me cook. Let me cook.
What's up, man?
What's up? What's up? It's Monday night, bro.
You know what that means.
Oh, yes. Another episode of Pancakes and Powerbombs, as well as Monday Night Raw.
Yes, sir. It's been an interesting day so far. A lot has gone on. So, you wanna get into it, or
Let's get into it, man.
we don't jump into your shit, bro.
Okay, I'm ready. There's two huge pieces of news from the pancake section this week. We have today the most important piece of information of the day is Antoine Winfield Jr. He and the Buccaneers agreed to a 4-year, $80+ million contract. What that contract actually consists of is $45 million guaranteed. And what that does is make him not only the highest paid safety, but the first safety in the modern history of the NFL to become the highest paid defensive back in the league. I think it was $21.025 million a year. And that was over Jair Alexander, if I'm not mistaken, his $21 million a year, which made Antoine Winfield Jr. the highest paid defensive back in the NFL in the modern history era. That set a precedent, and there'll be an article coming out soon about a legacy and setting a standard about Antoine Winfield Jr. So keep a lookout for that. I'll make sure to tag everybody on Pancakes and Powerbombs on the page, and read the article and share it when it comes out. But at the same time, that was huge news. What are your thoughts on that?
First off, hopefully your article gets put out in enough time that you have people that can enjoy it and read it before they read it from everywhere else. And it's just no disrespect, but it just feels regurgitated because it's what things feel like. But as for the news itself, bro, I'm excited as fuck that we got Antoine back because we talked about it. We projected it, bro. Yeah, I said a tag, but I said a deal would come. And you know what? Whose opinion better than mine to hear than the motherfucking man himself, Cody?
What's up, motherfuckers? What's up, broski?
Hey, shit, what do you do?
We were just talking, bro. Bucks re-signed Antoine Winfield.
Ooh. Let me tell you what. The only thing I gotta say,
and that's speaking for Buck Nation. And that's speaking for Buck Nation because we talked about it, bro. That is something we have been dying for.
Like, if you think about it, from what I was having a conversation with somebody today waiting on the rain to die down earlier this afternoon, and I was talking about the Buccaneers and what we accomplished this offseason. And something that I've harped upon since, going back to week 1 of the Plunder when you guys have joined in and watched and conversated with me, consistency is going to be the key moving forward to maintain the success and grow on that success. That is a huge part of why these teams go in and year out and winning, because of the consistency of some form. The consistency of having that same culture of guys come year in and year out for the next 4 to 5 years is going to be outstanding for this organization. And the next man up, Tristan Wirfs, let me tell you, it's going to cost a pretty penny, but I promise you Jason Light will get that done.
Hey, you know what? Tristan's going to have probably one of the highest deals for a left tackle.
You mean Jason the Jedi Knight?
Oh, yeah, bro.
Jason the Jedi Knight licked.
So let's talk about it real quick. As much shit as we used to give Jason Light for his drafts, how he, First one comes to mind is ever.
Since he's been in Tampa Bay, his grade as a GM has been an A+.
Absolutely. I think a lot of his fuck-ups, per se, give leeway for the accomplishments that he's been able to happen. I mean, hell, bro, going back before that Super Bowl.
You know, here my thoughts on Jason Light from the whole perspective is we've watched a lot of football as it pertains to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the thing that I can see that Jason Light, I guarantee he knows talent because every player he's put on that team has been uber talented. 80% of the fails that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have had that Jason Light have drafted in, and that's a round number for me, but about 80% of those fails have been on the players, not the system that we have. About 20%, you know, where the system, I mean, as an example, we talked about it before, you know, when Jameis Winston moved on and all whatever, but Jameis Winston, just like he failed himself, the system in Tampa failed him as well, and we didn't get the right system around that guy for him to be able to succeed. Now, he did,
all they needed was a pair of good fucking eye doctors out there, bro. That's all they needed.
Well, I mean, we'll call a spade, bro. Like when that whole 2019 campaign, the 30 for 30 fuckery happened. Like, well, 30 for 30. We all were calling for that dude's head every other week and singing his praises in between. When they turned around and said, "Hey, go get some LASIK, go get this to take care of it. Go get your knee."
Have y'all seen the rankings? Have y'all seen the preseason rankings that they put out recently?
Not yet.
For the NFC?
Not yet.
Really?
They got us at 5.
Okay.
Just above the Cowboys.
Who's ranking?
I don't remember where I saw it, but it's at NFC rankings, preseason rankings.
Right.
It had Detroit. It had the 49ers. It had Green Bay. Who else did it have in front of us, man? Fuck. I don't know, but it was us, and then it was Dallas, and then it had the Falcons were in the mix. The Eagles, I think, were in the mix.
Okay.
I think the Falcons can make some noise this year.
Look, man, I just keeping most of our guys together, bro, was key for what's about to happen for us this season. And when I saw that picture of Graham Barton at practice, bro, standing next to the guys, douche.
That boy's
bro,
an animal.
Douche. The only thing I'm worried about, I'm not worried if he's gonna block for Baker because that's a given.
Can Baker throw it over his big ass?
I'm just worried if Baker's gonna be able to throw over that motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he's a big boy.
That dude is a big boy.
I think he's gonna be a monster on the O-line, bro. I was watching some tape that I was just scrolling YouTube the other day, and just from previous searches, some of his game film come up. Whoa, dude's a monster.
He opens up holes. He creates space. He takes up a lot of space. So when he moves, he's opening up.
You know,
if he moves to the left, it's gonna create a fucking hole.
He reminds me of Quentin Nelson for the Colts. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good.
You might need another hit.
Know what I mean?
Well, hey, check this out. We got another block a piece of news. And out of the NFL this afternoon, I got home and I got done with that article, and I just turned NFL Live on, and I caught it live, breaking news. Jared Goff signed a long-term extension and became the most highest-paid Detroit Lion in the history of the franchise.
Why? He's just gonna get hurt next year.
Hey,
No,
hey,
dude, that O-line is pretty solid.
we were talking. We were talking about it.
Listen to what I just said. Listen to what I just said.
He's the highest paid Lion.
He's gonna go down.
Go ahead and fail second.
He's going down, bro, like a lame horse. You pay him all that money, and boom, comes up limp.
I mean, when he gets hurt and stays healthy, like he just said, he's going to end up in second place at best.
Y'all know who the smartest fucking quarterback in the game is, right? The guy with the best agent ever, fucking Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins.
He legally robbed the NFL.
In more ways than one.
For almost $100 million.
And he got a catchphrase for life off of the Buccaneers, and I still ain't got a That whole you like that shit, that was against the Buccaneers.
That's okay. It's gonna bite him in his ass because we're gonna fucking you like that shit when he ain't fucking winning.
Hey, I was gonna say Atlanta don't like that shit. Trust me.
Look, he's already disgruntled.
Hey, what's up, Eric?
He left Minnesota. He left Minnesota because they said they were gonna get a quarterback. He said, "I don't want to compete," so he left to go to fucking Atlanta. And guess what Atlanta did? They didn't tell him a fucking thing because they kept him in the loop in Minnesota and told him they were going to get a quarterback. So he got disgruntled.
Yep.
So when he went to Atlanta, they didn't give him the option. They didn't tell him they were getting a quarterback. They went and got him anyway in the first round. Number 8.
Yep. And he is just going to be sitting on the sideline.
And he's upset that he's going to have to fucking play for his job. And I believe the Atlanta Falcons just threw away $180 million.
You know, look, like personally, if it comes down to that is what it is. But again, I thought that was the slickest move in the draft the days following that. I was like, holy shit. If they just, now granted, they cost them a lot of money. It's like they're paying a rookie $180 million. But at the same time, if this guy works out, like, holy shit, what a pick was that?
You know what, bro? Knowing that Atlanta's not looking to start this dude. Hold up. Knowing Atlanta's not looking to start this dude right off rope has to be one of the craziest fucking moves I have ever seen in a franchise, bro. Like, even had we had picked up Penix in the first round after signing Baker, I would still be keeping it.
17 picks later?
Yeah, bro, like I'd have still kept the same energy regardless of the fact that we didn't need a quarterback in the first round. Atlanta didn't need a quarterback in the first round.
This is the way I see it. The way I see it, you got Penix, who's coming off of 2 major fucking knee injuries. Right? 2 major knee injuries. Right? 5 seasons, bro. 3 of them were injuries.
Yep.
Okay. And then you got a 40-year-old fucking quarterback coming off of an Achilles injury with no mobility. Bro, you don't think they're coming for Kirk Cousins?
Bro.
You don't think they're coming for Kirk Cousins?
Hey, hold up though. Bro, normally when you got a quarterback that is a veteran the way Kirk Cousins is, bro, you don't go get somebody that is damn near stepson age, bro. You go get somebody that can be his kid. A 21-year-old, not a 24, 25-year-old motherfucking kid that's going to start playing when he's 30.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
They could have got a guy who was so much healthier. They could have got Bo Nix, bro.
They could have got Spencer Rattler in the third or fourth round.
In the third.
Yeah, I was gonna say, look at the quarterbacks that came off the board afterwards, bro.
Look, when we picked up Graham Barton, I was talking with fucking with Michael Deering, Afro Buck, and Buck's Addict, Chris Elmore. We were right there. We were like, bro, we need that center. Either we get that center out of fucking Duke, which is Graham Barton, or we get fucking Jackson Powers Johnson.
Yep.
I was like, we need one of them guys, and sure enough, they called Graham Barton, bro, which turned out to be the better of the two.
I was gonna say during the show, we were sitting back. When that pick had come up, me and him both had either Graham Barton or Jackson Powers Johnson to be.
That's exactly who I was hoping to get, man. And when they picked him, it was a stunner because it took a while for us to be able to hear the call. You know what I'm saying? Like it took a while to hear it from them talking to us. We're there live.
So, since you were at the draft, when that Michael Penix draft happened, what was the atmosphere like?
Well, we were sitting right behind Atlanta, so I looked at that. They all turned and looked at me, and they were like, and I'm like, what? They're like, I don't know what just happened. I said, I'll tell you what just happened. Y'all just spent $180 million on a paperweight. That's what happened.
Yeah. I mean, we'll call it fact what it is, bro. Like, that had
they were stunned. Man. They were stunned. Now, I got in trouble. I almost got in trouble by Harrison because Andre Rison, when I grew up watching football, bro, Andre Rison was one of my favorite receivers.
Yeah.
What happened? Where is she?
She's right here. Hey, I'm going to be very, very, very serious with you when I say this. Okay? She is not allowed to walk by herself, Daniel. I have not caught that. She walked by herself this morning. She told me. I get that her friend.
What's up, my man?
Take her down.
I was standing up.
That was the Atlanta Falcons' hope of actually having a quarterback worth of shit over the next 5 years. It vanished.
Yeah, just like that, bro. Just like that. We had to keep Daniel. We had to keep Daniel from getting in trouble.
So sorry, bro. No, I was talking about my kid going to school this morning. No, they got this weirdo walking around, man. That grabbed a girl off her bike and sexually assaulted her, a teenage girl back here in my neighborhood. And so we're kind of, we don't want the kid walking to school by herself.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt.
I don't blame you on that one, bro. Bro, it's fucked up. You just can't trust a motherfucker.
Yeah, you can't. Well, you already know.
Oh yeah, we already know.
I want to put a wig on and go ride my bike down there by the area.
Out of context, NFL news real quick that I want to bring up just real quick that I thought was hilarious. The saga of one Ezekiel Elliott. Okay.
He signed a deal.
Okay, hold on. Hear me out.
He signed a deal to retire.
Robbed the Dallas Cowboys, right? He just straight highway robbery when they gave him that money, right? And then didn't show up for half a shit afterwards. And then he gets booted and nobody signs him. And now he's a Dallas Cowboy again.
Well, hang on. We'll talk about this real quick. Dallas got rid of him for a fresher Tony Pollard. Gave Tony Pollard that money. Let Ezekiel go to New England for a year, bro. Didn't have a bad year.
No, what they did
was a great year. And bro, he came crawling. Let's call it what it is, bro. He almost came crawling back the same way they came crawling back because they know.
The only reason Ezekiel Elliott came back is to save face, and he can retire a Cowboy. Okay, and so Jerry Jones will look like a douchebag forever, like he already does.
Now let's give him credit. He's got the most carries in Cowboy history in an 8-year span of any running back.
I don't care if he's got the most touchdowns. They can all suck a dick. Fuck the Cowboys.
Look, here's how Cowboy fans look at things, bro. That can be way up here. And it's like, bro, it's like Saint fans. It's like Falcon fans. Yeah, it's cool being right here, being at the top for a minute. But what
Look,
really matters, bro, is those Lombardis. If you ain't
look,
walking away with a
look,
Lombardi, you ain't
Dak,
doing shit.
Dak Prescott is your fucking your glorified modern day Tony Romo. A guy who on paper and on stats is absolutely fucking stellar.
Now let me ask you this.
Stellar.
Let me ask you this.
Absolutely stellar. Led the
You
league in
play-
touchdowns. Led the league in
Dave,
passing. You know what I'm saying?
Answer
The
this.
accuracy.
Answer this.
Yeah.
Answer this. Answer this. Baker Mayfield in Dallas, right? Right? Dak Prescott in Tampa. Who's making the playoffs? Who's going further?
I don't want Dak in Tampa.
I don't want Baker in
Answer
Dallas.
the question. Answer the question. Dak Prescott in Tampa. Baker Mayfield in Dallas. Who's going further in the playoffs?
I'm taking a shot. I'm taking a shot. I'm not answering that question because it's dumb.
Neither, because I'll tell you exactly why.
You know what? I don't hate very much, but I hate that question.
Bro,
Fuck you,
hey, you know what? Hey, I'll answer you for one. I'll answer you for one.
I feel
So
that.
hear me
I
out.
feel that.
Hear me out. Dallas ain't going far because it don't matter who the fuck you got at quarterback. Baker, I've said it, bro. Baker isn't that dude like that, and he damn sure ain't that dude to take Dallas to the next level. Dak Prescott in Tampa.
You know what? I think Baker has the ability to take our team far, bro. I think he can take us to the show. I think he could take us to the show as a sleeper, bro. Like look, we went to the show with Brad Johnson, bro.
No. I'm not saying Baker. Look, Baker wouldn't be that dude like that in Dallas. There ain't no way.
No.
In Tampa, he fits the
They
scheme.
wouldn't give him the chance.
No,
He wouldn't.
and in Tampa, Baker fits that scheme. In Tampa, Dak doesn't fit what we're trying to do here.
Bro,
Dak-
I can respect that. I can respect that answer. That's a football answer.
But see, here's my thing: if I had to have Dak Prescott in Tampa, I would absolutely petition to have Jameis instead. Jameis Winston.
Like I said, man, look, glorified Tony Romo. They're both were fucking absolutely immaculate on paper. But when it came down to it, to actual fucking, hardware, what do you got to show for it? They have nothing.
They ain't got
Neither
shit.
one of them.
They got a fucking squad over there. They got some studs over there in Dallas. But I don't think Dak Prescott's that guy.
A polished fucking piece of shit is still a piece of shit.
Hey, and we'll talk about it, bro. Buffalo's had the same shit sitting in the AFC for that time frame as well.
Thank you very much.
Buffalo can't get over the hump.
I'm just fortunate enough that my team's able to go out and compete, and I'm able to talk enough shit to fucking talk shit.
Hey,
Heard that.
hey, I look at it this way: we won 2 Super Bowls. One with the most randomest motherfucking quarterback you can ever roster, and 2 with the greatest of all time.
Thank you very much. So it can be done either way. So,
but now it cannot be done with Dak Prescott.
Fair enough.
Look, man, again, it goes back to what I'm saying. That dude is absolutely stellar on paper, bro. I hate him. He's the Cowboy, bro. I hate the Cowboys. If Dak was on another team, I'd probably root for him because the kid's good.
I don't think I could.
But he's a Cowboy. I can't root for any of them. I want them all to fucking stub their toes in the middle of the night and break their pinky toe and then step on a Lego while they're hopping around holding their broken toe.
Oh, shit. So, we're going
to... that's the hate I got. That's that straw. Like I said, I don't throw that word around a lot. Hate. But that's one. Cowboys for sure.
Well, we'll go ahead. We'll transition away from the hate. One thing that nobody hated outside of, if your name's Giselle, was the roast of Tom Brady. I know y'all watched it, bro.
I still haven't watched it.
Still haven't watched it?
Oh, well, still have bits and pieces what I've seen on Twitter.
Well,
love the jokes. Love the Gronk joke. The Gronk joke by far is the funniest one I've seen.
Well, let's talk about it real quick before we go into any pancakes.
Yeah, we're about to start fucking Raw. Raw's about to start.
Yeah, before we start powerbombing each other before Raw. Aaron Hernandez's wife upset over Do you think, man, that they went too far bringing up all the Aaron Hernandez references, or do you just think that it was a fucking roast and people need to shut the hell up?
Look, bro.
There's two answers to that question. One, there's a politically correct one. Yeah, that was a little offline. But two, in 2024, just turn your TV off and ignore it. So you can't control what other people do or say, and the age of the internet is out there, and shit's gonna get out there, and you just gotta either deal with it. But moralistically, yeah, it's kind of shitty.
Well, I'm gonna bring it third in.
Do I feel that those jokes should still be hanging around? No.
Right.
Hey, you know Aaron was hanging out for the jokes.
See what I did there?
Yeah, but listen, hey, just know shit.
Bro, I'm just saying it was cruel, bro. But Aaron, he lived in that era. Aaron had his play with it.
Yeah,
it's game. Look, if the mom got offended, whatever. She's got the right to get offended. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
No, she is. Here's my thing, though.
People on The View, these shitty ass people on The View taking Giselle's side and saying that Giselle should not have been allowed to be roasted. Fuck that. That's ammo for my arsenal. You feel me?
Fuck the View and everyone that associated with it. Because here's my thing. Along with the Aaron Hernandez thing, yes, the jokes could have gone too far, but don't sit here and tell me you're trying to save face from your husband's image. Like, you're trying to shelter your daughter from the truth.
Your husband's a fucking killer. Your ex-husband was a killer.
Bro, and we'll call a spade, bro. He fucking murdered somebody, covered it up, she covered it up, and he committed suicide. Like, that's what she's trying to keep her daughter from figuring out is the exact truth. Like, no, bro, fuck that. Now, as for the Giselle thing, as somebody who's been divorced twice, if somebody wants to roast me and roast me for the decisions I've made, hey, it is what it is, bro. It's in fair game. She knew what she was doing, taking to make karate classes a day.
Well, look, I watched the whole thing, and I'll say this much, that I damn near cried. I laughed so hard for the first 2 out of the 3 hours total, right? But it was hilarious. Now, if you want my whole opinion on it, it's a roast. When you sign up for something like this, you're signing up. It's fair game, bro. It's for entertainment purposes.
When you go into a roast, you should have only two. Don't talk about, which was his kid and his mom.
Well, and actually, it was his kids and Robert Kraft.
Robert Kraft, yeah. Robert Kraft is untouchable.
Oh, he got touched. He got massaged, but he.
You know what,
dude? I think there was like every one of those bits was really good. That one guy at the end where they started off, I can't remember his name, where they started off with him and what's his name at the table. And he pulled the card out of the bucket, and he was roasting everybody on stage. And
bro, that dude, I know who you're talking about. I don't remember his bucket.
Yeah. The table. Yeah, and somebody famous was sitting beside him, and they answered the question and did some stuff real quick. Oh no, it was Dana White. Yeah, he was incorporated with the Dana White bit, and that cat was funny as shit, dude. I cried my eyes out laughing so hard when that guy went.
He's like, my name's Dana. Is that not fucking liberal enough for you fucks?
Yeah.
Like, bro, and that's the thing, man. Like, that right there was just classic. Now, I'm bringing that up because I have one little question. We all have talked about Raw going to Netflix and WWE's Netflix deal. We've seen that USA kind of gave a buffer for the last 3 months for, Raw to be aired. When this comes to light, do you think Netflix could be an option for WrestleMania 41, knowing it is being in Las Vegas?
Netflix is turning into like the new fucking, like they're gonna be like Amazon. They're gonna take over everything.
My man, they already
Everything's
planned.
over there.
That was their goal to begin with, and they said it.
Yeah, they're gonna keep going. They're big enough. They make their own movies already.
I think they're very high up on that list.
And bro,
Mm.
seeing what Netflix could offer with the lives and all that, I'm kind of intrigued by it, bro. Like it could go. Ugh, bro. Hang on,
Netflix is
bro.
going to be a whole different platform.
And see, this is going to be scary because yes, Sexy Red is being involved in NXT with Trish Williams, and I don't know how I feel about this, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, did y'all see Jade Cargill on Mother's Day with her kid?
Yeah, bro, that was cool. That was
No.
dope. A lot of people don't realize that Jade Cargill's got a kid, much less married.
Yep. She got a little girl, bro.
Jade Cargill was completed in a computer science project, bro.
Yeah.
That
She's
chick's
my
a robot.
She's my champ. She's my champ.
Like, wow.
She's my female champ.
Dude, she's going to be the champ soon.
Well, we're excited, bro, for Monday Night Raw, dude, in August. My daughter's excited. She got Cody Rhodes' song on her playlist.
Yep.
Has she ever been?
Huh?
Has she ever been?
No.
No.
Dude, let me tell you a story. I took my kid, my oldest is 16 now. So Evansville, Indiana, we were living up there, me and my ex-wife and my two boys, and we were living up there. My oldest boy, I actually worked at the Civic Center when they did shows. I served water and beer, right? So I took off and got tickets for this show. And I took my kid, and he was about 4 or 5, at the time, maybe 6 tops. And, dude, he fell asleep through part of the show. He was so tuckered out. We hung out for like 45 minutes with R-Truth outside the stadium before the show. What was his name? Jack Swagger. Jack Swagger come out. Dude, the Miz's buddy, what was his name?
He said the Miz.
Talking about Morrison?
Morrison, yeah, Morrison come out. So by that time he come out, so he was like maybe an hour into the show, he fell asleep. Dude, let me tell you what, when John Cena was his wrestler. When John Cena's music hit, that kid in one motion jumped up and put the little John Cena foam hand on, and started waving it and going ape shit. Bro, I'll never to my dying day forget that. That was one of the coolest experiences. He don't watch it all the time like I do, but he keeps up with it, and he watches the pay-per-views, and he'll even, if he misses them live, he don't care if he sees what he sees on the internet. He'll go watch the matches and shit. But that was the coolest memory of wrestling with me and my kid, bro. Dude, I am so stoked for you. This is going to be fantastic.
We're going to get her, she wants to dress up as Cody Rhodes. She wants to get a Cody Rhodes costume.
Hell yeah.
That's definitely her favorite.
And then
Cody Rhodes is her favorite wrestler.
That's why that night after the show, bro, I'm still planning on having her live. I want to hear her experience, see what she thought.
That's gonna be so fun.
Well, it's a late show, so.
So, in other news, bro, talking about Raw, King of the Ring semifinals, bro. We got Jey Uso going on against Ilya Dragunov. Just got Kofi Kingston and Gunther.
I think he beats that Dragunov, dude. If he would have fought Ricochet, I'd have been scared for him. I think Ricochet's a damn good wrestler, dude.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think right now, my winner to win it all is Jey Uso.
Mine is gonna be an unpopular opinion. My final prediction for that is LA Knight and Gunther.
Whew.
I don't know who the hell. I still cannot figure out
What?
who I want to.
You don't think anybody from the Bloodline is gonna win it?
No, Bloodline's going a different way. Jey Uso does make it to the quarterfinals, semifinals, whatever, when it comes to fighting. You know, he's going to take on Gunther. He's going to have Gunther on the ropes, bro, and Bloodline's going to jump in. That's where it's going to start. And I do think that might be when we get Jacob Fatu debuting. Because what better opportunity to do that?
What, honey?
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. That makes perfect sense.
He's going to challenge Cody. If Cody doesn't lose the belt by then, he's going to challenge
Definitely.
Cody.
My opinion, I think I personally feel like with King of the Ring coming forward, you know, it puts a big gap with the Bloodline, you know, feud that you've got trying to build, because they have to keep building momentum towards that, because we all know it's coming at SummerSlam, or it should come at SummerSlam. Anything longer would be really tough to hold on to.
I don't know.
World Champion is going to come back in a few weeks, you know, a month or two, you know, so this thing is going to fall out. So I believe, based off of what you just said, that gives us the most logical move working forward. But I still got Jey Uso winning it all, because, man, if they ain't giving this boy a belt, damn, he should have something, because he is working and he has put in his work in the last.
Not only that, he's got the fans behind him. He's got the fans behind him, bro.
Let's talk about that, because that is actually the next topic after the Raw preview, bro.
Hey, well, my phone's about to die, so I'm sorry. I gotta go.
I mean, if you we will holler at you after the show.
I will come back to you guys. I'm sorry. But let me take care of this. Let me charge my phone.
Yes, sir.
Love you, bro.
Right. Later, man.
Now, all it is time for WWE to buy in with Jey Uso with a singles championship. And, man, I'm saying that because, like we were just talking about, Jey Uso is got the fans behind him, bro. Everybody loves him. And it's just, bro, it's one of those things. Like, you need to put a championship on this. We've seen from, you know, his entrance, which, you know, we'll talk about that really quick. Let's see what Leon France looked like at Backlash. I mean, the video keeps going, and bro, we'll talk about it. One, international crowds have to be one of the dopest. Like us as U.S. fans, when we go to these shows, I think now we have an obligation and a duty to these fucking wrestlers to, like, keep that shit going. That being said, man, that alone just tells me that the fans are behind Jey Uso. Like, bro, you have to put a fucking title on this dude by now. Like, there is no way you can't.
You know, to piggyback off of what you're talking about, man, let me tell you what that is, ladies and gentlemen. If you watch this show enough, it's because you like these two sports. And by saying that, you've probably been a fan most, if not all your life, right? Well,
yeah.
Knowing that, these two sports, let me tell you something about these two sports. Momentum matters. And in professional wrestling, the momentum a lot of the time comes from the crowd. How the storyteller, being the wrestler, tells that story in the ring and on the microphone, and how the crowd reacts and responds to that, and how they feed off of that, and how the wrestler feeds off of that. That's how this all works. It's not just, hey, go in the ring and start jumping around and slam each other around. Dude, this shit is an art, and these guys bust their ass to perfect it. And Jey Uso is at the elite top of his game right now, in my opinion.
I mean, yeah. I mean, bro, he's at the top of his game, but let's not forget, bro. He didn't just start doing this. The man is
No.
what is it? 9, 10 time tag team champion, 8 times with his brother. Like, bro, if you don't know about Jey Uso in the time of the Usos, like, I absolutely urge anybody to go back and look at that, man, because they ran the tag team division, bro. Like, it was
For a decade.
bro, it was the Usos, it was the New Day, it was the Ascension, it was the Good Brothers. You know, like, you had those 4 guys, bro, just passing tag. Oh, you had FTR.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what were they called at the time? The Revival. No,
Right, yeah.
it was a Revival. No flips, just kicks. But you had those guys, and it's just like you had all of that in the tag team division. Then you get the Usos kind of branching out to their thing, man, doing their own little deal with, you know, the Bloodline. Yeah, you had them as the longest reigning tag team champions, and then eventually you had to separate it. Separated them. Everybody knew it, bro. When the 2, 3 times that you got Jimmy going out with DUI issues, you know, you gotta.
Oh yeah, you just brought it up because I was gonna say, like, I was gonna piggyback off of you because you just stole it from me, man. Because like it's even more important because you just brought it up. And not to go into details, but not only him but his brother. And when you're a twin, it's so much deeper. Life's problems are so much deeper than that. And these two went through some shit for a while, and what they've both came back from is like it's fantastic.
It is, and
Because
like
you
Ben
see Jeff
said,
Hardy over here, right?
well, it's like, and you know, with that, like Ben says, bro, you got to do something with Jay because when Roman gets ready to come back, and The Rock gets ready to come back, you know, you're gonna have to go 100% on this Bloodline Civil War because we know it's coming, bro. We'll talk about it here in a minute, but we know that there's gonna be a civil war coming. So you got to do something with Jay right now, and you have to do something to elevate him up, bro. Because the entire time when he was out of the Bloodline, he had to start here. He had to earn everybody's trust. You had to see that he was a legit main event guy. Like to me, he's lived up to that name, bro. Like there's nothing that this dude that he can't do. Now, before we get into the Bloodline, we're gonna talk about what we heard Friday night. Logan Paul challenging Cody Rhodes for all the gold. If I'm reading it correctly, and if Cody's talking about it correctly with his reference to if I win that U.S. title, I'm a triple crown, or I'm a triple crown winner, or I'm a Grand Slam champion. I'm sorry. He threw out Grand Slam, so that makes me believe that it is for all the gold now.
Yeah.
So I thought about it. Are they abolishing the U.S. title? Is this a legit way to have somebody beat Logan Paul for the U.S. title and take the title from him? Like,
But still keep him open.
Yeah, like in my eyes, that's kind of stupid, and I'm gonna call it what it is. That's just I feel it's stupid to strip Logan Paul. Granted, he's only had 2 title defenses in 6 months, but those 2 matches were pretty good. You know.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if maybe this Cody Rhodes thing is going to lead to and like we're talking about putting a singles title on Jay. You know, could it lead to a U.S. title for Jay? Like,
I personally feel like there's going to be an interference in that match by the Bloodline.
Well, there's going to be. Hang on.
So unless there's stipulations that
Well-
no titles would change hands.
Well, see, here's a good point. Maybe it is to give Logan time to train with his brother. Because if he's not on television, we're calling for his head. We're calling for his head. We're calling for that championship because of the fact he won't be around. And what, bro? I am not mad at that if that is the case. Like, if he's helping his brother and he's doing like the endurance and all that. Because Logan is a fucking athlete. I'm gonna give this cat his flowers. So I like that idea.
Yeah.
You do that now. Right now, right before we get to this bloodline thing, I got one more thing.
All right.
Does Liv walk away at King and Queen of the Ring as the Women's World Champion? Does her revenge tour fall through? Or does her weirdly new obsession with Rhea Ripley and kind of feels like a Drew McIntyre. It feels like a Drew McIntyre storyline handed to Liv Morgan. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Like this weird obsession. But does she finally conquer it, bro? Get her fucking title back, and we get this Rhea Ripley Liv Morgan thing going.
Here's my thoughts on Liv Morgan and the title run. However she got injured, she was legitimately injured, and that sucked because the girl busted her ass and she won the title, right?
Yeah.
Now, sometimes in storylines, the stuff happens in matches, and they use it in the match and the storyline to build it and progress it. But let me tell you what, this storyline with the Revenge Tour and her and Rhea, it has really elevated her, in my opinion, to a higher level of the championship picture. That I feel, to be honest with you, with that instant injury with Rhea, they had to solidify the championship. And it, of course, put it around Becky, done. It's solidified. Nobody's going to question that. You give her a little bit of time and give everybody a little time to figure it out. And then you come to the King and Queen of the Ring. And you have her. She's built this up. We don't know exactly how long Rhea's going to be out for, but I'm assuming anywhere between 2 to 4 months.
Yeah.
So in that time frame, that gives Liv Morgan enough time to solidify herself as the champion. And then when Rhea comes back, SummerSlam-ish,
I'm thinking SummerSlam because you usually get your stars like that coming back at the Big Four.
Yeah, and that builds up going into the fall that we're really going to have a great segment, because I believe at that point Liv Morgan will be the woman she needs to be that kind of wrestler and that kind of champion, to be able to work with the pro like Rhea Ripley on multiple sessions and get it out, because I tell you what, that's going to be banger after banger after banger.
Here, this is my one fault with Liv Morgan, bro, because all around, to me, that's that girl, bro. Like, that's the Alexa Bliss. That's the Liv Morgan. Like, those type of personas, bro, I think.
Yeah.
And I feel you get Alexa on this side, and, like, she fits her character so well, bro. She does it almost flawlessly, whether it be your pretty go-lucky Alexa, or you get your fucking, your the Fiend bullshit. And we'll get into details on that on Friday, because I do have an update on the Wyatt Six.
Good.
So, when it comes to this, like, I am hoping that Liv gets better, bro. Like, it feels so forced with what she's doing. To me, the Harley Quinn persona, mindset, died in 2020.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't that. It's not
like
that.
Her character hasn't separated herself again.
Yeah, like, she still is in that Riot Squad feel, and I mean, Riot Squad's gone on to do their own thing. You know, you got Saraya, or no, not Saraya, Ruby Riot over in AEW doing her thing. Ruby
She's
Soho,
actually getting pregnant, having a baby.
actually, yeah, you're right. And then you got fuck, I don't remember the chick, Sarah whatever. But you
Sarah
got her
Logan.
as Sarah Logan. You got her doing her thing as Valhalla.
Yeah.
Like, so to me, this is where I need to see an evolution of Liv, not just you're renaming your gimmick, and that's what it feels like. Now,
Yeah.
talking about it, bro. Waiting for it. Let's talk about this bloodline thing, bro. Let's rewind real quick. We ain't seen Roman since WrestleMania. It's been chaos within the bloodline. We've had Tamatonga come in. They were running rampant, bro. They were kicking Kevin Owens' ass. They were Randy Orton jumps in. Now there's all of a sudden we got a street fight in Lyon, France. That culminated in a Tonga Loa appearance. Then you get all three of them showing up, you know, later on showing up in Jimmy, you know, in the back. You know,
Yeah.
we had seen that. You know, my thing is where is this going? And then now you're getting Friday, Solo finally found a voice. Finally decided he's gonna talk more. And you get, hey, I've talked to the tribal chief. I'm in charge till he gets back. Is he talking to the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, or is he talking to the tribal chief, The Rock?
I think it makes no sense for it to be Roman Reigns at this point. I believe in the relationship with Roman Reigns and the one and only Paul Heyman. And that being said, I buy into Paul Heyman being thrown aback because he does, in my opinion, based off of the storyline and the characters, he communicates with Roman Reigns. So I feel like everything is saying that The Rock, the final boss, is sending orders, and that's who Solo's taking orders from. Or the alternative, Rogue.
No, I don't see. And see, here's where I'm feeling on the storyline.
But that leaves out The Rock.
No, you got Rock coming back because ain't no way Rock ain't coming back. And this is where I'm looking at it too, because like you got one of the big four coming up in a 2 months.
Yeah.
No, we're in May, so 3 months.
3 months.
August. So you got about 90 days to start working these stories and also getting ready to transition into this story over here, which will be Cody Rhodes and The Rock at SummerSlam, in my opinion. Now, with that going on, we'll talk a little bit more about it, but I do feel that at this point, this is going to be a Bloodline versus Bloodline rules match, or a Bloodline versus Bloodline match with Cody and everybody going through and dealing with and here it is. The SummerSlam. I got the Bloodline versus Bloodline, which at this Bloodline you get Solo Sikoa, and you got Tamatonga, you got Tonga Loa, your Gorillas of Destiny. Obviously, they're not going to use that name when they're in the WWE, or maybe they do. Maybe they do have the rights to it. But at this point, you're able to get that match going on. This is where you get The Rock and Cody Rhodes. You don't believe that there's a whole interaction because you don't have The Rock and Solo talking at this moment. So you don't know that it's going on. You're just thinking The Rock is coming in from Hollywood or stopping to, do this Who Killed WCW docuseries. And we'll get into that on June 1st. tune in because we are going to be previewing the upcoming Who Killed WCW documentary on June 4th. So stay tuned for that. But at this moment, you're just thinking, bro, you got The Rock and Cody. In the middle of that time, you get Roman Reigns to come in and help Cody Rhodes defeat The Rock. And this is where you get into your storyline down with Survivor Series, to where it is Roman Reigns and his bloodline of the Usos, Jacob Fatu, as well. Because you get Jacob intertwined by this time. You're not pushing Jacob off that far. And yes, to answer your question, they do want to hold off because Jacob's going to blow Solo out of the fucking water. So you got to build Solo up for a minute.
I agree.
By the time you get to Survivor Series, you should be able to pit Solo and Jacob against each other one-on-one, and Solo should be able to fucking hang his own. And that will be following Survivor. Because I do believe a lot of WrestleMania 41 is going to consist of a lot of bloodline matches that we're going to be excited that the bloodline storyline ends.
Yeah.
So, that being said, I mean, I see so much coming out of this post-bloodline, and as we progress through the story with everything, I am going to be, kind of putting out what I'm expecting from anywhere from the Usos retiring to a Bullet Club. Not only a Bullet Club, but a Bullet Club being kind of ran as an NWO-esque vibe. And
Okay.
if you know what I'm talking about, where you get the two different deals. I also do believe, and I want to find confirmation, that there is going to be a AEW, WWE, and New Japan or Ring of Honor match going on in New Japan for a deal. So that'll be interesting to see how that works.
Yeah.
Because if you could get like a triple threat for like the IWGP title, you can get all three of those companies in one match and it goes successful, bro, just imagine what the fuck you can do. Now, we're going to go ahead and but now right before Raw, we're give up the last part, bro. Like, this is going to be a very, very big night, bro. We got Drew McIntyre responding. Got a couple more matches going on as well that none of us probably really give a fuck about. Me personally, I can't wait to see Chad Gable go ahead and get his Intercontinental title run so he can get shut the hell up about it. Because I'm already starting to get tired of everybody taking this. I got to finish my story, Monoxtra, to another level. We'll link back up on Friday, man, for our Friday night session, man. I appreciate you tuning in and joining up.
Absolutely. Anytime and every time, baby. We'll see you. Have a great week.
Yes, sir.